If you're sick of trying different style aesthetics and cannot find what works for you, the 7 face types or style essences might be for you. Harriet McJimsey's Essences, later developed by John Kitchener, suggests that the answer to your personal style is in your facial features. In today's video, I'm going to help you find your essence based on an analysis of your facial features and walk you through the process of identifying your key facial elements. My name is Ellie-Jean, I'm a style consultant, and on this channel, we find our style by finding ourselves. The first step is to do a line drawing using Procreate. Procreate is my favorite. It costs £10. This isn't an ad, I'm saying this like it's sponsored. OMG, please, Procreate, sponsor me, that would be insane. It's my personal favorite tool for doing line drawings, but I'm sure there are other ways of doing this, like using tracing paper or using the Photos app. Essentially, what you need to do is import your face as a layer into Procreate, add another layer on top, choose a white color and like a reasonable pen style, and draw an outline of your face. You need the following things: the outline of your face, your brows, your eyes, your nose, your cheekbones, and your lips. Have a go at practicing on other faces, get some pictures from Google, put them into Procreate, compare your line drawings on top of their line drawings and see how the proportions differ is a good way to find that in between. I'm no artist by any means, I can't draw a stick man. The next step is to define your features. The idea of drawing the line drawing in Procreate and then separating those out, so you've got a picture of your face and you also have the picture of your face with the line drawing on top, or you can take your face away from underneath so you're just looking at the lines. Just looking at the lines is my favorite method. I sometimes do a little bit of back and forth as well, so I'll look at the line drawing, look at the face, and so on, but it's a nice point of comparison, especially if you really struggle to define your own facial features, which I know many of you do, as it takes the personal element away. The main thing that people come to me and say, I just don't understand, is do I have sharp cheekbones? Do I have round cheekbones? How am I supposed to know? So I'm just going to quickly break down some of those keywords. So round means circular. It's really as simple as that. So if you're looking at eyes, for example, round eyes would be round, almost a circle shape, whereas more sharp eyes would be more almond shape, so it'd be pointed at the edges and more flat. And that applies to lips as well. A sharp line is a straight, narrow line. It's usually thin like a razor edge. For example, a sharp cheekbone would be one that looks like a straight, sharp line. A soft line would be a round line, or potentially just the absence of a sharp line. So I have quite high and sharp cheekbones, but quite round cheeks. You see there's a round shape here. Another word we often use is blunt. Now let's look at chins. I think chins are such a great example to explain the difference between sharp and blunt. So a sharp chin would come to a point, whereas a more blunt chin would come to a kind of flat, square line. Cheeks are also often blunt in the sense that they are more wide than sharp. So if you have like quite a straight line for your cheekbone or your jawline, for instance, but it's more of a flat shape, so like a squarish jawline, for example, would be one that is blunt, as opposed to one that is sharp, which would be more like perhaps more of an oval shape, but with more sharpness. The ones that I'm going to find most difficult to describe is large versus small and wide versus narrow. For large or small, we're really looking for out of proportion with the rest of the face. So I have quite a small nose, I have quite large eyes. Wide versus narrow I think is a little bit easier to understand, wide being kind of like long widthways, narrow being narrow. So now you want to define your different facial features. So start with your overall face shape. You're looking for very standard words like oval, rectangle, round, square. Oblong is one I like to use, which is where it's rectangle but with round edges. There are also other face shapes like egg, diamond. Really look at the shape you're seeing there. For your forehead, is it high or low? Round or square? Medium. If you can't easily define with one of your facial features, it could be that you need a little bit of practice. It could just be that it's medium, it's moderate. Jawline, wide or narrow? Straight or round? Square or more pointed? Chin, round, pointed, flat, cleft. Eyes, are they large or small? Round or almond? Wide set or close set? Cheekbones, high or low? And then for your cheeks, are they rounded or are they more taut? Nose, is it straight or is it soft? You can look at the front profile, but also you can look at the side profile as well. Is it blunt? Does it have a bump in it? Is it more sloped? Is it large for your face, small for your face? Again, think about front view and side view. Is it wide across your face or more narrow? Lips, are they almond or round? Are they large or small? And teeth you can consider as well, small or large. I think teeth can add a huge amount of personality to someone's face. Also, are they rounded? Are they straight? And so on. Take a second just to overview your answers before I go through into the next section. What patterns do you see? Which answers come up the most? Just take a second to think about your yin and yang balance. So yin is everything that is small, round, and soft. Yang is anything that is large, long, sharp, blunt, angular. That's kind of the dividing line. Just take a second to think about that. It's okay to stop here and think about yin and yang, and that will give you a lot of information as it is. Another bit of advice here is to know the 7 essences in depth. Watch my videos on the 7 face types. Another good video is the roles you would play based on your face type. I'm really enjoying essence-based content at the moment, so in my shorts there's lots of information about essences at the moment. Really learn the differences. The more knowledge you have, the easier it will be to make your call. The next section is going to work somewhat like a quiz. So write a list: dramatic, natural, gamine, classic, ingenue, romantic, and ethereal in a notebook somewhere. And I'm going to go through the typical features of each one. And what I want you to do is whenever you hear one of your features called out, you write a little mark next to that essence. The idea is that at the end, you will be able to see which essence has the most marks and therefore which ones are most dominant for you. Like I say, this is a video for beginners. These are the most stereotypical faces, and actually there's a huge variation amongst the essences. So this is just a quick snapshot of what that face might look like. So dramatics. This type tends to have long and straight or sharp facial features. They might have rectangle or oval face shape, high square forehead, narrow, straight, sharp jawline, pointed chin, small, even almond eyes, high, taut cheekbones, straight, narrow, smooth nose, almond, medium lips. Naturals tend to have long, straight, and blunt facial features. They might have rectangle face shape, high or low square forehead, wide, straight, blunt jawline, blunt or flat or cleft chin, small, close-set almond eyes, straight, wide, possibly bumped nose, almond lips, high, taut, angular cheekbones, so they're very wide as opposed to sharp. They kind of have a heaviness in the cheekbones. Gamines tend to have short and sharp or contrasted facial features. They tend to have a square face shape, a very high or very low square forehead, narrow, straight, pointed or square jawline, a pointed chin, large, wide set, round or almond eyes is typical, though any extreme combination often gives a gamine feel, so closed set with round eyes, for example. High or low, sharp, taut cheekbones, small, straight nose, small almond lips, and small teeth. Classics tend to have medium and balanced facial features. Keyword is slightly, so if you are slightly square, slightly rounded, and so on, that's a key indicator of classic essence. They tend to have a square or a round face shape, which is of a moderate length, so it's not notably short. So like a slightly long, squarish, roundish face shape. They tend to have a medium length forehead, which is either slightly round or square, neither straight nor particularly rounded jawline, a slightly round, slightly pointed chin, even medium-sized eyes, neither round nor particularly almond, neither notably high nor low cheekbones, slightly straight, medium-sized nose, medium-sized lips, neither almond nor round, and medium teeth. Classic is the hardest one. It's one of those that you can see so easily in a person, but it's really hard to describe. Is it a softer version of that feature? So you don't have really large round eyes, but you do have slightly round eyes. Ingenues have small and round facial features. Might have a round or oval face shape. They'd have a very high or very low round forehead. They'd usually have a narrow round jawline, a round chin, large round wide set eyes, low round cheeks, small round nose, small round lips, and small teeth. Romantics, I really struggled to summarize. They tend to have slightly large and round facial features. So they're not small like ingenues, they're slightly more large, slightly more lush. Lush is a key word. They tend to have a round or oval face shape, might have a low round forehead, round jawline, round to slightly wide potentially jawline, round chin, large or medium round eyes, round cheeks, a wide round nose, and large round lips. Ethereal was a category that was added by Kitchener. Essentially, it was this other kind of yin essence, which was more mature and more otherworldly than both ingenue and romantic. It was kind of like a softer dramatic, in my opinion. So it's long, but with soft edges. Ethereals have long and soft facial features. So an oval face shape, a round forehead, probably a high forehead, narrow round jawline, a round or pointed chin, wide set or even eyes, either round or almond, high, taut or soft cheekbones, but they tend to be high. You often see ethereals with a slightly straight, narrow nose and slightly almond or round lips. If you've enjoyed this video, I really think you will enjoy my playlist on the 7 essences, including my video on the 7 face types and the roles they would play in TV and film. You should absolutely check out my newsletter, Style Scholars. The free version is a weekly newsletter every week with style tips, style advice, breakdowns of these different style systems, and for the paid version you get a live stream with me every week, as well as a Q&A, extra content for all of the YouTube videos I put out, which will go out in the members newsletter. The paid element is a great way to support this channel. I very rarely have sponsorships, so I'd really appreciate the support. It's just £5 a month. The subscription works out to about £1.15 per week, which is such a small investment into your personal style. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you next time.